You're listening to Beauty Business Breakthroughs, a special minisode series designed for beauty pros ready to grow with intention. I'm Shara, your coach behind the mic and the founder of Scale to Six Figures Academy, where I help beauty entrepreneurs build real businesses with strategy, not hustle. This series is part of my mission to spotlight the real challenges beauty pros face and the mindset and systems that actually move them forward. These minisodes are pulled straight from live hot seat coaching sessions with my students. Continuing the conversation around building a sustainable, profitable beauty business, today's episode gives you a front row seat to real transformations. This is a behind-the-scenes look into the kind of impact-driven content we're building to educate, empower, and elevate beauty entrepreneurs. Let's get into it.
I also live in a very small town here in Altus, Oklahoma. It is very small. I don't even know the population, but it's tiny. We do have a large Walmart and some good restaurants, but that's about it. Anywhere else, we got to travel. So I wanted to bring something big and luxurious feeling to our small town. And so that's why I joined Luxe Beauty.
Awesome. Again, congratulations on your 5-year anniversary.
Thank you.
That's quite the accomplishment. Let's go a little bit back to what life looked like before Luxe. What was your day-to-day feel like back then? Talk to me about the pressure or the burnout and just what like the constant uncertainty looked like. What was weighing on you? I know that's like a loaded question, right?
Yes. Being a hairdresser, it kind of fluctuates, right? Like you have seasons where you're really busy, and then you have seasons where you're not so busy. So a lot of hairdressers tend to look for something to do a little bit on the side to bring a little bit of flow of money. So definitely back then, obviously starting out as a hairdresser, you have to really hustle. You got to be there. You got to be ready to take anything and everything. But with that, I also felt passion with Scalp and like getting more details about things and like learning more about my hair because I have such thin, fine hair, shed a lot. So these are all things, and my clients bringing up issues with their scalp or issues with their hair. And so I wanted to invest time and energy into that. And so I was seeing on social media, of course, this big rise in head spas. And I really got intrigued by that. So that was what I call my side hustle. So I wanted to bring something like that to our small town because anywhere like that, you'd have to go about 2.5 hours to have something like this done. So I wanted to bring something like that into our salon.
I love that. Prior to adding the service, were you working like 5 days a week, 6 days a week? Were you working longer hours?
So because of adding the head spa in, now I'm actually lucky enough to be able to take off some Saturdays. Because before, I pretty much have to work every single Saturday because that's the busiest day in the salon.
Right.
But really have to be in there. And then a lot of times I work late. I'd be working from 9 a.m. to about 9 at night. And I really wanted to have more family time and more time with my loved ones. Because of that, I'm actually able to not have to work so hard and staying in so late. I can actually take shorter hours and make it more customized to my lifestyle because I'm actually bringing more income through the head spa.
Awesome. I love hearing that. So tell me a little bit about what went through your mind when you finally made that decision to go ahead and join Luxe and be able to add these additional services to your menu.
When I was deciding through this, I had a lot of stuff that happened the last few years of my life. I had tragically lost my sister, took a big hit on me and really pushed me to want to do better. And we only have a short period of time here on this earth. And I want to do something that will inspire. And she's my inspiration. So when I was going through that, at that particular time, like I said, being a hairdresser, you've got to find something. And that was the journey that was taking me. And spiritually, I've been on this, since losing my sister, I've been on this kind of more spiritual and health journey as well. And it just all seemed to kind of align. And when I was looking, I was like, I need to find somewhere to train. I need something. And I needed something online, something that will be more fluctual to my lifestyle. And that's when I got online and I did some research and found Luxe. So grateful I did. The pricing of it was affordable enough where I knew I could do it and I wasn't going to stress out about it. And so that's when I took that next step and I just prayed about it. And I knew No matter what, it's either going to fail or I'm going to succeed. So it's a gamble, but I'm willing to take it because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
First and foremost, I want to send my condolences to you. I know firsthand what losing somebody close to you feels like. I lost my son 3 years ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And so I do talk about that journey, and I know that impact where you losing somebody definitely makes you change the way that you think, the way that you operate, the way that you value your life
Yes.
and your choices. And especially because it sounds so cliche to say, oh, we don't know what the next day will hold, or life is short, or all of these cliche sayings. But when you lose somebody that close to you and it impacts you so great, those sayings become like reality,
Yes.
become truth, right? And so all of a sudden you start operating differently. You're like, hold on a second. I'm meant for more. I don't know what tomorrow brings, and I want to make the most out of every day that I am here on this earth. I'm very proud of you, and I know that your sister is proud of you as well. So continue to work on that grief journey, if you will.
Oh, I am. And thank you. And sorry for your loss. And
all right. So once you were inside Luxe, you had already enrolled in the courses for the scalp massage therapy training. Tell me a little bit about what started to shift as you were going through the course and learning the new education.
I'll tell you right off the bat is I loved it. I love the flexibility of it. That was the number one thing for me. But besides that, it was falling in love with it, really. Just in love with the journey of it, the excitement for it. I already had spoken to the owner at the shop, and we had set up arrangements for the room. And so just getting excited for something new and bringing something completely new into our town, it was really exciting for me. And the more I got into it, the more I learned, the more I wanted to invest. So it was just really exciting. But like I said, it was the flexibility of the course and allowing myself to tailor it to my time, which was huge. It was huge for me.
Absolutely. I think that is one of the reasons that I developed the course the way that I did, is because a lot of people will ask me like, oh, why isn't it this or why isn't it that? And so I developed the course the way that I learn best. I'm not good at sitting a seminar, listening to somebody lecture, right? I need to be able to read. I need to be able to watch. I need to be able to do. And
I did love the videos.
Exactly. I tell people, I'm like, the way that I explain the course is that it's very much like driver's education and driver's training. So you've got your driver's education where you're reading the laws and the rules, and then you take your written test, right? So that's where the theory and the education come in our courses.
I love the fact that you're able to go back into it and reference. And so anytime I had questions, especially at the beginning, like starting, because it's a routine. It's a routine that you got to build to really get it in there. And so I love the fact that I was able to go back in and refresh, just making sure I have everything correct and I'm doing it properly.
Absolutely. I think that is another thing that is so important, because when I developed the courses originally, people would have online courses that were 60-day access, 90-day access, whatever the case is. And it's, hold on a second. I know that even if I go through a course 1 or 2 times, I'm going to need to refresh my memory. I'm going to need to gather that information and figure out, do I do it this way or do I do it that way? And you're absolutely right. You're training yourself to memorize things and steps and what is correct protocol and all of those things. We have students very similar to yourself, whether you took the course last month or last year, you might want to go in and watch the video again. You might want to look for a new recipe in that course. You might want to update your protocols and say, you know what, let me look at that again. So being able to fit that education and learning a new skill set into your schedule as you're available is really key.
Yes.
So let's fast forward to today. What does life and business look like for you now that you have added this scalp massage service into your menu?
So I've been doing this for 6 months now, started in November, and I only do this like a few days a week, and it's only me doing it in the salon because I'm the only one that's trained in it. And I've been doing it for 6 months. I've had over 120 clients since then.
Oh my
And I have sold over $2,000 in gift cards. That's probably my biggest thing is me and the salon, all of us are shocked on how many gift cards I sell out. So any kind of holiday, any kind of special event, if I make a post, they come in like crazy buying gift certificates. So that's been probably the best part about it is how amazing I can just sell gift cards and they just come in.
I love it. So tell me a little bit then. So you're offering the scalp services
Yes.
2 days a week in the salon. And then the other days out of the week, you're doing your regular hairstylist services. What type of menu do you include? Is it a 30, 60, 90-minute service?
So I have a few different services. One of them is I have two that are pretty popular. So one's a 30-minute head massage scalp thing that I do with an actual style afterwards. And then the other one is about an hour. And so both of those go pretty well. I do have one basic shampoo that's also 30 minutes, but it's either 30 minutes to an hour is the services I offer.
I love it. That's a great idea. That here in California, before this scalp massage therapy became viral, we have what's called a dry bar where you can go and just get your hair.
That's what I was basing that.
Exactly. So that's exactly what it reminded me of. So what price point are you able to charge? Yeah.
On that one, I like to call that one the day ready, just so you can get your day ready, get it going. So that one I charge $90 here. But like I said, I do live in a very small rural area. So that's about where my price range needs to be. And then my other ones, I do have two different services that are a little different. So one's about $125 and one's $145, but those hour-long services as well.
I love that. I love that. One of the things that I have talked about in my coaching and my programs and things is that I don't know anywhere that I can provide these services or get a job, right, and make this kind of money. I recall very early on in my educating side of the business where somebody was asking about pricing in relation to teeth whitening. And so they were like, the teeth whitening kit, one kit is $30 and I can only charge X amount. And I'm like, hold on a second, let's break this down. So we've got an hour service, you've got maybe 15 minutes pre-appointment, and then you've got 15 minutes at the end of the appointment. So let's say an hour and a half. And you can probably charge $150 to $200, depending on your area, like you said.
Correct.
When then you subtract that cost of $30, like where can you go and work and make $125 an hour or whatever the case is? So I love hearing your ability to make that kind of money. And really, they're paying for your time because you've already invested in the equipment, do have some supplies and whatnot. In addition to the service, do you also use the scalp analyzer?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. I love that.
You know what? And when I get the service done myself, I feel like having that scalp analyzer is just one more added value because I go in thinking that my hair and my scalp is healthy. And then they take that picture and I'm like, okay, it's not bad, but it definitely isn't what I thought. And then they do the treatment and then they take the picture again and you're visually seeing. So your client can visually see the added value, the benefit of having that treatment. What has the numbers look like for you monthly? The difference, like before you were making $8,000 and now you're making $15,000 or whatever those numbers look like before, so that we can get an idea and an understanding of why you're able to now not have to work as much, not have to work as many days or as many hours, because I can tell people all day long that when you add this service into your business or you start this business, it's going to go gangbusters.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like people just think that I'm just saying that because I'm the owner.
So since starting, I had over 120 clients, and I only do this a couple of days a week on top of doing hair. So with that saying, that's about averaging. And like I said, December and Mother's Day, like so seasonal, like I said, gift cards were sold like crazy during those times. But average, probably about 3 to 4 grand extra a month, just doing a couple days a week.
That is amazing. This
Yes.
is what feeds my soul, because this is why I do what I do, knowing that you are now able to add extra income, 3 to 4 grand a month, only adding that service 2 days a week,
Yes.
and it being able to afford you to spend more time with your family.
Yeah. Win-win.
I love that. Like, seriously, I'm like so excited.
Yay. I'm excited too.
I love that, because like I said, I hear people and I know people that add the service and they're booked out and they're totally busy. And when I was providing services, that's exactly what I would do. So you've got Mother's Day, right? I'd have a promo. It's graduation, have a promo. It's Father's Day, have a promo. It's 4th of July, have a promo. It's back to school, have a promo. You know what I'm saying? Find a reason to have a promo
Yes.
every month. Even if it's something where what I like to do is maybe not discount your service, but add something to your service.
No, something special.
Right? So now your service includes free aromatherapy or a leave-in conditioner, or it includes a 10-minute massage or arm massage or whatever. Something to where it's, oh yeah, I get this for free, when really it's not taking that from you. It's bringing, encouraging people to come in. That's awesome. So if you were to have somebody or know somebody who is on the fence about joining Luxe or even adding the scalp service to their menu, what would you wish that somebody had told you when you were considering it?
When I found Luxe, how the program was set up and how I was able to go back into it, and it just felt refreshing to know that I had that as a backup. So I didn't feel alone. So that was like the biggest thing for me. And so if I'm telling you, if you're on the fence, I say go for it, because you're not alone. You have that as a safety net, as you would say. Plus, you're investing in yourself. Take it. Don't let fear stop you, because what is it going to hurt? You're either going to succeed or you're not. And it's all up to you.
It's all about what you put into the course, because
Correct.
we're providing you the fundamentals. We're providing you the resources. We have the beauty business collaborative community for you to join and be a part of. We have the podcast, and I go live, and you can email us questions. And there's all of these resources. I can't tell you how many times that I've been hit up by people who say, hey, I took this course by somebody and now they ghosted me. I don't know who to ask these questions. Right.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, I can guide you as best as I can, because I want to help somebody, but being able to, like you said, fall back on that resource and having that support means all the difference in the world. I always tell people, if I had the course that I took when I started providing services was Hyaluron Pen, and it was an online course, and I finished it in 45 minutes.
Oh, goodness.
And I always say, if I had let that course and the lack of what it taught me stand in my way, and I'm not saying that my courses are like that. My point is, if I had let that stand in my way of being successful, I would not be here today. I would not have impacted tens of twenties of thousands of people's lives and their ability to add services and do things like you adding $3,000 to $4,000 a month, being able to spend more time with your family. Maybe you're able to pay off some bills. Maybe you're able to take some vacation time, whatever that it looks like for you. Being able to work less and make more, right? Is the epitome of working smarter, not harder.
Correct.
So was there ever a moment where it all just clicked in your head, where you're like, oh my gosh, this is momentum, and you realize, I think I've got it. I'm building something that feels real?
So I have 2 moments, to be honest with you. So we'll start off first. When I first started to do this, I made a brand for my head spa, and it's named Olivio Head Spa. And so with that, I wanted to go to our local chamber here, and I joined it. For Olivia. We had a big grand opening, and it was so nice to have the community support. And so that felt amazing, and it gave me motivation to go forward. And so then, like I said, around the holidays, around Christmas time, that's when it really hit. And that's when those gift cards were selling. And I only been open a month. just a month. And they were selling like crazy. It was really shocking how much and how fast it all happened.
I love that. So now that you have that momentum and what's available, you know what you're capable of. Has that inspired you to want to do more and want to grow even bigger?
Yes, actually, there's another course on there that I'm actually thinking about taking. I just haven't done it yet. Life's been a little hectic and now it's summertime and I got a lot of stuff going on. But I am going to take another course to add into my Olivia Head Spa.
That's awesome. And which course is that?
I believe it's actually the pin one.
Oh, the hyaluronic pen. So I will tell you, that is my very first service that I provided. And I talk about that service often, but I also compare that service to the scalp. And the reason that I compare it is because when I got into the business, I saw an opportunity. And I said, you know what? I think I'm onto something. And I don't know where this is going to lead, but I really think I'm getting in on the ground floor. And so seeing where I went from the idea, right, to where I am today, when I had the idea to add the scalp service course to our offerings, I said, look, I don't care who you are, what you are, where you are, you add this service and this is like the next big thing. Because social media wasn't even as popular as it is now when I added the hyaluronic pen.
Oh, man, yeah.
So I fast forward 5 years and we've got scalp therapy being viral, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You can't go anywhere without seeing or hearing of it in some fashion, right?
Yes.
If you haven't heard about it, you're probably under a rock.
Correct.
So when I hear that you are having such success to the point that you're in such a small town, you don't even know what your population is, and yet you're having this magnitude of success. Imagine the people who are in a big town or a big city coming in and being the first of any or many, setting yourself apart. Last night, my husband and I were talking about with his business, he has a car wash business. And I said, we need to look at what are your unique selling propositions. Everyone offers hair. What sets you apart? Everyone has a mobile car wash business or a mobile detail business. Yeah. What sets you apart? What makes people want to do business with you? So you can come in and be that first of many and blow up. But now that you've attracted that business, you know, there's going to start to be competitors, and that's okay, because the way that you continue to set yourself apart is finding out how to set yourself apart, making yourself be different. So you are the hairstylist that offers this service that no other hairstylist has.
Yes.
So that's amazing, Diana. I really appreciate you taking the time today. Your story was very inspiring, very intriguing, and I've really enjoyed getting to know you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
That wraps up this minisode, but we're just getting started. In our next episode, we'll build on this conversation with more strategic insight, mindset shifts, and CEO level growth moves you can actually apply. If you're ready to go from listener to implementer, DM success to Luxe Beauty and Body Co. on Instagram. We'll send you the exact roadmap to join Scale to Six Figures Academy and start making this shift for real. These minisodes aren't just content. They're real strategies in motion, and every one is designed to move your business forward. Until then, stay consistent, stay focused, and keep making those beauty business breakthroughs.